The first semester of the MLA program, led by the tutors Anjali Jain, Divya Shah, and Yati Sen Gupta, is called the Foundation Studio. This year, because of the pandemic, the classes adopted a hybrid approach in which sessions were conducted partially on campus and online, with 8 of the 35 students connecting online throughout the semester. Studio Brief 1 Forest. Forests are complex, layered, and varied in terms of ecology, chronology, and human narratives that describe them. To study them, the semester is broadly divided in 2 parts: reading and representing, imagining and constructing. The studio process progressed in stages, namely recording landscapes, correlating systems, to further exploring one critical system in the forest. We began by seeing and recording various landscapes through sketches. In this process, we emphasized on the elements like light, shadow, forms, density, textures, and others. We then extended these sketches and prepared sections through the forest, beginning from small patches across 250-meter stretch, maintaining the spatial qualities and adding technical aspects like geology and terrain, etc. We then located the 35 forests selected by the students on the map and broadly identified 5 larger systems, namely the Himalayas, the Western Ghats, the Aravalis, the Deccan Plateau, and the Saurashtra Peninsula. We will now look at one example of the moist deciduous and tidal swamp forest of the Andaman Islands. In this first example of the forest, in the Andamans, we investigated and found that the Andaman Islands are actually the emergent peaks of the submerged southeastern Himalayas. We studied this through profile sections across the larger extent. To understand the setting of the forest, we studied its immediate context, and in this case, the forest is amidst a cluster of islands in the middle of the Andaman Islands. We then proceeded to analyze the grains of the different typologies of forests and studied the distribution and further the floristics and fauna habitats in each forest type. Through this study, we learned why a certain typology exists only in a certain spot in the forest. In the next part of the semester, we related back to the memory of the visit and prepared illustrations to narrate our journey or the journey of a particular fauna species throughout its life, which we found important in the forest. This study helped us to discover and explore one critical system or one special system in this forest. In this case, it was the geology-influenced karstland ecosystem. A similar study methodology was taken ahead for all the forests, and for further investigation of the system, let's look at a forest from the Western Ghats.
As part of system investigation, we began investigating the critical systems within our forest by investigating the potentials within and across the system of vegetation, soil, hydrology, topography, fauna, and also visual and sensorial phenomena. The stage consisted of identifying and investigating what is the system, what is the extent of the system, and what is the criticality of the system. The critical system of low-altitude marshy grasslands, colloquially called the Wiles, from the wet evergreen forest of Parambiculam Tiger Reserve in the southern Western Ghats were identified. Tracing the Wiles system from the journeys and the dependency of Gore on it led it to inference that the Wiles have a significant role in maintaining the forest biodiversity and water regime. This stage began with the study of Wiles in a larger context and the decrease of Wiles within the past 20 years. The Wiles in Parambiculam Tiger Reserve are found in low altitudes within the teak plantations, and further outside the forest boundary towards the lowlands, the Wiles have been converted into paddy fields. From here, I began to look into the factors responsible for the formation of Wiles: soil condition, vicinity to the rivers or streams, followed by topography and adjoining forest cover. taking a closer look into the ideal system of vials. The vials, being a good source of moisture, permits the growth of palatable grasses, which are food for a variety of herbivores. The carnivores depend on the herbivores as a main source of food. Hence, for the tiger population to sustain, the vials are an essential part. Further, I started to look into the modifications that happen to the systems by various factors. The first being vials modified by the invasion of teak plantations. Teak being a self-seeded invasive species, they expand and take up large amounts of water from the ground. The termite mounds are actually an indication of the drying up of the vials since they are found in areas of well-drained soil. Another indicator is a Lagerstomia microcarpa, which grows well in areas of good sunshine and soil. As teak invades into the vials, arboreal creatures shift their habits to these areas. Similarly, modifications by other factors like vegetative regeneration of bamboo and vials modified into paddy fields were also studied. Approaching along the same lines, the system of Myristica swarms from the wet evergreen forest of Shenturni Wildlife Sanctuary was intensively studied.
As the final step of the studio process, we took a step back and retraced the journey that brought us to our critical system. Key post points were then identified within the forest, where one could stop, discover, and closely observe the not so evident yet vital parts of the forest. Distinctive indicators marked along the route helped understand the transition from one system to another, and the species that remain familiar through different systems, and those that are unique to particular systems. The revelation of the Myristica swarms materializes from a journey rooted in moisture. The rising creases covered in evergreen trees, trailing down to deep valleys and depressions in the forests of the southern Western Ghats, precedes the appearance of the swarms. Sensing the wetness ingrained in the space around us leads one along the line of moisture and further down to its origin. The first post point then begins amidst the hills covered in evergreen forests, frequented by large furrow trees with buttress roots under dappled canopies covered in thinly veiled moisture. The second post point is found at the edge of the valleys, where the terrestrial evergreen forests slowly transition into freshwater swarm systems. Here, buttress roots meet knee roots, epiphytes meet lianas. The wetness in the ground heralds the running streams ahead. Out of the depths of the dense valley arises the archaic system of the Myristica swarms, rooted in slow-moving waters. Dark and impenetrable, the swarm is engulfed in humongous tangled roots that seem to touch the thick canopy. Moisture clings to the ground and everything on it. Here ends our journey, at this point of primeval emergence. The studio helped us look at multiple forests and to observe, investigate, and develop ways of understanding this complex unit. The Miro link to the samples student portfolios has been shared alongside.